Hello and welcome to program 53 in this series of programs and tutorials that focus on TradeStation Easy Language. If you're not part of our email list, then go to markplex.com, that's MARKPLEX, and I'll let you know when I create new programs or tutorials. So this program is Markplex Twitter app, and this is developed using the new trading app which is available in TradeStation, which means that essentially you can create a program that is not tied to a specific window like a chart or radar screen. And what I've done is created a little sort of search capability for Twitter. And if you're not familiar with Twitter, this is a medium where people can make short up to 140 character posts which are then read by people who follow them and so forth. And the idea behind this program is there might be some news which is pertinent to a particular stock that is being shared on Twitter, and then you could find out about it through looking at this or maybe monitoring this for a specific stock. So as you can see, the default here, we've got it opening and it's showing some Markplex tweets, but you're probably more interested in something else. So if we were to, for example, type in here IBM and then click search, we're going to see in a few seconds the latest or near latest IBM tweets. And if you wanted to get more information about one of them, you could click on the link, then this will open up and you'll be able to see the tweet in more details. So with search you've got two options. The first one is recent, that's the way it's set by default. You can also change it to popular. If you do that, you then need to re-click the search button. So that is the search capability. What you might also be interested in is the timeline for a particular user. So again, if we use IBM as an example, if I click on this radio button here for timeline, you're seeing now the tweets that have been made by @IBM, which is the IBM username. And you've got a couple of options there: exclude replies and exclude retweets, and you can just select those if you wish and then press search again. You could also, for example, search on a particular hashtag. So if we wanted to search on, say, hash Twitter, we could do that. I'm going to click search again, and then you'll see that all these are going to have somewhere in the tweet the hashtag Twitter string. Now the other thing you'll notice here, we've got another button called Markplex feed, and if we click on that, we're just going to see a listing of the latest Markplex. Now you probably think that's not super useful to you, but what you can do if you go into the inputs for this program is you can both change the text of the button. So you could, for example, put in your own information there, whatever you like. The other thing you can do is feed 3, or rather feed 1, you can create a page. And if you have a web server, this is not particularly difficult to do. Create a page using a widget that you create within Twitter. And the way that you would create that widget is you just simply go to the Twitter site, log into your account, click on the little cog and followed by settings, and then if you go over to widgets and click there, you'll see the possibility of creating a new one. And then you've got various options. This one is just looking at the Markplex timeline, but you can also select favorites, list, search, and also custom timeline. So you could create a widget. What this will do is then just spit out some code. So if I just press the create widget, and you'll see some code here. What you would then do is just copy and paste that into a web page, and having done that, you would just change the input that I was just showing you a couple of seconds ago to access the URL of that page. So you can do that if you wish to change the button and the button content. Now, as far as the other two, feed 2 and feed 3, these are what is essentially powering this program, or rather behind the scenes. This is where the searches are actually taking place. One of the things about creating an app based on Twitter is that Twitter only allows a certain number of queries per time period, and that number varies depending on how busy their servers are. So what you'll get with this program, if you hit that limit, in other words, you've made too many searches, you'll get this message coming out: exceeded Twitter API rate limit. You'll also get that, incidentally, if you've just got an empty search, if there's no results returned. So by just putting in a blank space there, I got no results returned, and we haven't actually hit the rate limit. But if you wish to, you can create, or rather set up programs on your own server if you have a web server to do the same thing that I'm doing here, and then create your own Twitter app, which means that you would get your own number of queries. So you would be less likely to hit the rate limit. And if anyone does subscribe to this program after the free trial period, then I would be happy to share how you could go about doing that. Anyway, I hope you might find this program useful, and thanks again for listening.